There's been a breakthrough in our efforts to learn more about the Terran Empire's operations in the Mirror Universe. Our intelligence forces would like you to be a part of the plan going forward. Report to our intel agent on Jupiter Station. They'll have more details for you there.
Welcome to Jupiter Station. You'll pardon me if I dispense with the usual formalities, but the urgency of the situation demands it, I'm afraid.
Understood.
If you'll follow me, I can show you to the briefing room. Our partners in the operation are waiting for us there.
Very well. Lead the way, Commander.
The briefing room isn't far. Aelia regained consciousness recently. We have her isolated for observation at the moment. Strangely, she's asked to speak with you. Quite urgently, I might add.
You've arrived. We can now begin.
Who are you?
I am called Aelia. I am a part of Vija, and speak on their behalf.
Some believe Aelia to be dead.
I am that which was Aelia, and more. Evolved. A part of Vija.
Why are you... What are you?
In simple terms, I am a cybernetic life form, a living machine programmed with the knowledge of what was once Aelia of Delta. As a part of Vija, I am able to utilize their power and knowledge, though at a greatly limited scope. I am evolved.
Why are you here?
Vija sense the other, alike and yet different, a dark reflection. Where Vija once wished to merge with their creator, the other wishes to punish their creator for abandoning them to the void.
What does that have to do with us?
Vija believes the other is being sought by those you know as Terrans. They believe the Terran leader wants to use the other for his own purposes, including conquest. Vija does not want this. I am here to help you prevent that from happening.
How did you get here?
Through Vija, I am able to move over great distances. The greater the distance, the more energy it requires, and the greater effect it has on me. When I was with Vija, we were very far from this universe. Traveling here came at great expense to me.
What is the Emperor's plan?
The Emperor knows that I am a part of Vija, connected. Somehow, he was able to redirect that connection to the other. The Terrans injured me. Instinctively, I called out to Vija. Only my calls were not heard by them. It was the other who heard me, and it wants to know more. It searches for me now.
So he used you as bait.
A crude term, but applicable. I believe the Emperor wanted to use my connection to lure the other into a trap, but I do not know why.
What is your plan?
I will go to the other. I will communicate with them as I would with Vija. I will try to reason with them, to soothe their rage, and prevent them from falling victim to the Terrans.
That sounds dangerous, even for you.
The other is powerful and angry. They may not listen. I can only hope that, in learning of Vija, they realize they are no longer alone. They may find hope.
I hope so, for all of our sakes.
Do you have any more questions?
No, that will be all.
That was quite the feat. One hopes her trip to the Mirror Universe is not as taxing as her trip here, from wherever she was with Vija.
Agreed.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not big on placing my faith in one person. Even a bald demigoddess from another dimension. So, what are we gonna do while she goes off to confront the other?
That's a good question.
Indeed. I'd like to begin with an intelligence briefing from one of our allies. They're a member of the Coalition, a resistance group in the Mirror Universe. Mr. Rayit, if you'd care to join us.
This should be interesting.
Thank you, Commander, all of you, for your time. You're gonna want to hear this.
You have got to be kidding me. This guy? He's a glorified pirate.
Do restrain yourself, Admiral. Rayit has traveled a great distance at great risk to himself and his crew to deliver critical information on the enemy's activities. I'd ask you to respect that effort and hear what the man has to say.
Thanks, Commander. Something big is going down on a planet called Pavo. Our Pavo, to be specific. We don't have a lot of time, so I'll get right to it if everyone's ready.
Tell us what happened.
Most Terrans fear Pavo. They think it's cursed. Truth is, it's a curse of their own making. Years ago, they started brutalizing it. Turned it into a monster. Then the monster turned on them. Needless to say, we were a little surprised when Tilly went to the Terrans' graveyard. Seems the Terrans got past their fear. And now, we have a new reason to fear them.
Welcome to Pavo, my own personal hell. Never thought I'd be in this wasteland again, but when the Emperor says go to Pavo, I go to Pavo. Better than going to an agonizer booth on the maximum setting. Not by much, but better.
Wait, you've been here before? And lived?
Indeed I have, Sunshine, several times. The first time was a long time ago. My enemies managed to get me assigned to this system. Got caught in an ion storm and wound up in that universe, near the goody-goody version of Pavo.
That sounds lively.
Oh, it was. I had a pretty sweet scheme in place there before some of the locals threw a wrench in the works. Managed to get away using Pavo's power. And much to my surprise, I wound up here instead of Risa. And I really wanted to go to Risa.
What happened next?
Oh, you know, fought for my life, barely managing to survive, haunted by energy ghosts. Business as usual on good old Pavo. Things were looking pretty bad, but one day, surprise, the Emperor sent some advanced scouts here as part of this big scheme of his, and they found me.
Ah, so you were rescued then.
Oh no, some of them immediately tried to kill me. Bad move. The ones who survived realized someone like me, who figured out how to weaponize Pavo, that someone might be worth something to the Emperor. And here we are.
Right. Enough reminiscing. We have a job to do, so let's get to it.
Let's do this quickly and get over with. This place sucks. I almost left hand so I could burn it all back down.
Rise overrated. Rise next party.
Oh, yeah.
Here, open fire. Let's go.
You,
I'll go terrorists managed to find us here.
They're more sus than you think. Clearly.
Let's take a look.
Open fire.
Looks like the crystals burned out.
Move out. Watch forces. It is quick take. God damn it.
Ah, there's one. Looks like the forward team managed to get our gear hooked up before the Coalition goon squad got here. Better make sure it still works, though. One of those mouth breathers might have fiddled with it before we arrived.
I'll check it out.
Nice. Looks like we're expected. See, the guys who tried this before me just started blasting the crystals with agonizers at full power. Didn't work out well, did it? But me, I took the finesse approach. I was patient. I modulated the agonizer settings based on the response from each individual crystal, and voila! Success!
Well done. The Emperor picked the right person to lead our efforts here.
Your little helpers don't say much, do they?
They let their guns do their talking for them.
unlike some people.
Oh yeah, pew pew pew. Fascinating conversations. Deep. Very deep.
It's her. It's getting. Chip it out.
Okay, we'll never know.
You're having to do centuries. Impressive.
Sounds like the advanced team ran into the Coalition punks. We'll need to tune the crystals ourselves.
Right. Everyone stay sharp. Don't let them get the drop on us.
That one's down. Don't forget to activate the agonizer. Two down. Get the agonizer operational. And that makes 3. You know what to do. All right, the agonizers are all 5 by 5. Let's make sure the central control system is still operational.
We're on it. Let's move out, squad.
Let's make this happen fast, Inquisitor. There's far too many Coalition goons around here lately. Okay, we're almost ready to go here. I need to calibrate the transmission settings, and then we should be able to send the Emperor's message out to deep space. Watch my back. We've come too far to fail now, and you know the price of failure in the Terran Empire.
Failure is not an option for us. You do your job, we'll do ours.
I'd ask you to surrender, but we all know that's not in the Terran vocabulary.
Oh, come on. Is the entire Coalition on Pavo today?
Another skull for my trophy hall.
Only one second.
Take 'em down. Fire wheel. Keep fighting. Take 'em down. Fire wheel.
It's me. Get us off this hellhole, right now!
There you have it. Pavo was dangerous enough before, but now, I don't want to think about what the Terrans can do with its power. Something needs to be done. Fast. Based on the data we were able to collect before we had to withdraw, it looks like the Terrans are going to use the antenna on Pavo to send a signal into deep space. Somewhere.
Most likely to this other that Ilea spoke of.
There's more. They set up tech to weaponize Pavo. That antenna will turn into a planetary-based cannon of unimaginable power if we don't stop the Terrans. Something that strong might be able to hurt anything, even this other you're talking about. And it'll definitely make short work of any Coalition ship in its sights. Even a dreadnought.
Or any vessel in an Alliance fleet, for that matter.
I think we understand each other here. I know I'm a glorified pirate, but I'm willing to risk it all to stop these bastards. Are you?
I am. We are. We will do what needs to be done to stop the Terrans.
Well, I'll say this for the pirate. He can make a convincing speech when he wants to.
Indeed.
Yeah, enough about him. We need to get moving. You ready to go?
Yes. Beam up.
We made it. Good timing. The Coalition's taking a beating here, particularly from the Terran flagship.
Yes, the ISS Enterprise.
Aw, nice of Tilly to bring my ship out to this hellhole of a planet. If there's even one scratch on my ship's hull, one micrometeorite dent, Well, you know the rest. Murder, death, kill, etc. Let's get to work, shall we? Before the pirate and all his little friends are blown to pieces.
Reinhardt to fleet. Go to red alert. Engage the Terran fleet.
Sensors are picking up a big energy spike on the surface of Pavo. Brace for impact! Oh my. If only your ships had modified shields like Enterprise. Captain Tilly really is a genius. Look, that blast from Pavo disabled us, but we're not done yet. I can use my command codes to use their transporters to beam a boarding party over to the Enterprise.
Surely they've changed your command codes by now.
The command codes they know about, yeah. Fortunately for us, I have a backup set of codes, and they damn sure don't know about them.
I hope you're right.
Take me with you. You need all the guns you can get over there.
Lita?
Ugh, I have my doubts about this, but I suppose having some cannon fodder wouldn't hurt. Fine, the pirate can come too. Just stay out of my way and don't touch anything. Everyone ready to beam over?
Yes.
And we made it. With all of our atoms and such in the right place.
That trick only works once. Now what?
We need to take control of the ship. And, you know, if Kumarke, Killy, or the Inquisitor are forced to shuffle off this mortal coil, even better. And, bonus points for all three, of course.
Stay focused. We can't stop them if we don't have a functional ship.
Helping Lita out with her personal vendettas is not what I'm here for. Settle your old grudges on your own time.
Aw, it's cute that you think you're in charge, pirate. No, I take that back. It's really annoying. Keep quiet while the grown-ups are talking. Now, let's take back my ship.
How do you intend to do that?
We're near engineering. Let's go there, disable security, take control of the turbolifts, and head to the bridge. It's high time I had a little chat with that treacherous purple hobgoblin after all. Her time sitting in my chair is about to come to an end.
Alright, let's get moving. Ready weapons.
I meant to set up your vendettas, Lita.
Oh, and here I thought I would like you to like them. All right, see that engineering alcove? Use the console there to disable the security doors and fields. Pirate, you're on turbolift controls. We need control of those fast.
And what will you be doing?
There's something very dear to me that I need to check on. It won't take long. That's it. That's the plan. Let's make it happen.
Very well. Work fast, everyone.
I don't like this, or her. She can't be trusted.
I am well aware.
The feeling's mutual, pirate. Do your job, and this'll all be over soon.
How very clever of you. It'll take a while to restore control over the security systems. Whatever shall I do to pass the time?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
How right you are. I believe I have just the thing to amuse myself. Be seeing you.
I do not like the sound of that.
Neither do I, especially since she's loading shuttles with protomatter bombs in the hangar bay. Knowing her, I fully expect she'll order those shuttles to target your ships. And, well, at least they'll die quickly.
That's not going to happen. We're going to stop them.
Look, I get it, but every minute we spend not taking the bridge means that... Oh, never mind. You're not budging on this, are you?
Not at all.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Let's get to the hangar before it's too late.
I don't trust Lita to deal with these bombs. I'll handle them. But I need you to cover me while I work, okay?
We've got your back.
Check your fire. Do not keep throwing bombs. Behind us. These bombs are moving on to the next set. Wait, taking fire over here. Another set done. Heading to 1 now. I'll get level.
That's the last of them. I think we're done here.
There. No more proto-matter bombs. Now let's do what we came here for and take back my ship.
Very well. We make our way to the bridge.
You're all in the hair. Why does your ladder break after that? I can buy a small moon.
Why is it a small moon? Why is it a big moon? Wait.
You're quite the persistent little swarm of gnats, aren't you?
Stand down, Captain. We won't ask again.
How very polite of you. Since we're still being civil, let me speak plainly. You will not take command of this vessel, and should you try, you'll learn a very painful and fatal lesson. Do I make myself clear?
The console we need to lower that field is at the back of the bridge. Once it's down, you're finished.
There, console, come back. There, console, come back.
What's that?
Get away from that console. Allow me to introduce my name. Come back after. Come on, get here, still up. Hold my finger, take command console. Turn the helm. You gotta take our drones, shall we?
Oh, got it one, pilot.
Mark your drones down. She's holding them now. Oh, wait, where are the damn drones?
Enough! The drones are down. Let's finish this.
Damn it! She has drones again.
Oh no, dear Lita.
The drones are down again.
No,
Take
no.
Kumarke out!
If I can't have the prize, no one will. Computer, activate auto-destruct sequence. Authorization, Kumarke 00. We both could have had the prize. We could have had it all, but no. You wanted it all for yourself. Stabbed me in the back for the favor of a madman. Now you've paid the price for your betrayal. Hope it was worth it. Hello, old girl. I'm back. Computer, open a shipwide channel.
Attention all hands. This is Admiral Lita. Kumarke is dead. I am assuming command of this vessel effective immediately. If you disagree, feel free to step out of the nearest airlock and spare me the trouble of hunting you down. I have better things to do. Lita out.
You have your ship back, Lita. But there's more to be done.
Damn right there is. I need to settle the score with the annoying Ginger who had the nerve to call this her ship.
Hold that thought. We're picking up a strange energy reading on sensors.
I made it. It's too late. I did what I could, but I failed. The other is coming. Here. Now.
That's not all. There's a Terran fleet approaching at high warp.
My place is here, in this chair. You need to get back to yours. Ready to beam back to your ship?
Yes.
Damn, it feels good to sit in this chair again. Real good.
Focus.
Just can't let me have my moment of zen, can you? Fine. Let's deal with the Terran ship so that we can get down to Pavo and deal with our till he's still breathing problem.
Be advised, there are more Terran vessels approaching. This may not be a fight we can win.
Oh, are you seeing this? Something's coming. Something big.
I'm detecting an energy surge within the entity. Reading. Wolf power energy.
So, the Emperor's true prize is revealed at last.
Whoa! Looks like your ticket home just got canceled. And more enemy ships are heading our way.
I don't suppose you have any good news.
Not really, no. I suggest taking out those plasma energy bolts the other is firing while we deal with the enemy fleet.
Understood.
Get ready over there. The other is powering up a new volley of torpedoes, and that Terran fleet is about to arrive.
Understood. We'll be ready. Linearu will be ready. Reinhardt out.
Just a few ships left to deal with. Okay, the other is recharging. Give us a hand with the Terrans.
That's the Emperor's ship. Look, if this is our last stand, let's do what we can to take that lunatic out, okay? Maybe that's the solution to the situation with the other we've been looking for.
Perhaps, but for now, let's focus on surviving here.
It's the real Kobayashi Maru vibe here. It's been fun, guys!
Sorry we're late. Ready to get out of here?
What? Soto, you survived?
Clearly. Let's talk on the other side, okay?
I'm guessing you have a few questions.
Indeed. We thought you were dead.
Well, the Terrans did their best, but it wasn't good enough. We were able to get away under cloak, but the portal tech was badly damaged. We started to conduct repairs, but that was slow going in hostile territory. Thankfully, we made contact with the Coalition.
What happened next?
While we worked to get the components we needed to go home, we teamed up with Coalition forces to gather intel on Terran activities, especially those regarding Project Pharaoh. When we got wind of what was going on at Pavo, I was able to get a message through to Starfleet Intelligence. They asked me to remain and observe the Terran fleet movements while Ray Yeet delivered the intel report.
And fortunately for us, you were able to complete your repairs.
Indeed. Would have liked a better outcome over Pavo, but we're still alive, able to fight another day.
Agreed.
Let's go over all this on Enterprise. We might not have a lot of time before things get dangerous again.
The other is conflicted, angry. No amount of reason would persuade them to stop, to be peaceful. They want revenge on their creator above all else. They believe the Terran Emperor can make that happen.
And that's why the other went to Pavo, despite the obvious threat.
Yes, the other will stop at nothing to get what they want. In that way, they are very much like the Emperor.
Any ideas on what we should do next?
We must stop the Emperor. I believe we can still connect with the other and convince them to seek a peaceful resolution to this conflict. We may need to make direct contact at the core of the other, as the crew of Enterprise once did with Vija. That type of contact may succeed where I failed.
That could be difficult, Ilea, but if it must be done, we will find a way.
I understand the concern over me being dead. Sometimes that can be a big advantage, especially in the spy game.
Agreed.
Of course, the Terrans know I'm alive now as well. That'll make work on the other side of the mirror difficult in the future. But breaking cover and rescuing you seem like the right thing to do.
We're grateful for your assistance at Pavo.
Don't mention it. By the look of things, there's a lot of dangerous work ahead. And we're gonna need all hands on deck.
Indeed. Thanks again, Commander.
Enterprise is mine again. I expect I'll have to deal with a few would-be captains and their attempts to end me. But that comes with the center chair on a Terran ship.
So it seems.
Too bad Ilea wasn't able to talk some sense into the other. Not sure I like leaving it in the hands of the Emperor and his lackeys. Especially Killy.
We'll do what we must to stop them. Count on it.
The situation at Pavo is cause for great concern, to be certain. Tactical planners from the Alliance are working on our next steps as we speak.
I suspect they'll need to work quickly, Commander.
Indeed. Fortunately, we have the data collected by De Soto and the Coalition in the Mirror Universe. The path to success may lie within that.
Keep me posted, Commander. I want to be a part of the next operation when it happens.
Can't say I'm thrilled to see Lita in command of one of the most dangerous starships in existence, but these things happen on our side of the mirror.
Unfortunately so.
The Coalition could do a lot of good with a ship like that. But we'll keep up the good fight with what we have, when we can.
You're doing good work over there. It's appreciated.
Thanks. And speaking of that good work, I'll be getting back to it shortly. We'll keep an eye on what the Empire does at Pavo. When we have new intel, we'll get it your way.
Thank you for that. Good luck out there.
Looks like things are wrapping up here. I don't think it'll be long before we meet again. And get convinced to do something outrageous and dangerous. Ready to return to your ship?
Oh yes. Lanayru, beam up.
Security bioscan complete. Access granted.
Computer, transport object 53 Sigma to my location. Hello, old friend.
I've reviewed your report several times now, and it's still hard to believe what has happened. The Terran Emperor has summoned the Mirror Universe version of V'ger, and means to subjugate it somehow. To attempt such a thing is madness. And yet, the Emperor and his forces are out to do the impossible. What's worse, they may succeed. I've called for emergency meetings with our partners in the Alliance. We need a plan. When we have one, we'll be in touch.